Whoever puts their hand to the plow and looks back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. This is the Warrior Podcast, episode 217. And we're going to talk about going all in. So here's the thing. Jesus taught us that we're either all in or all out. You're either all in or you're all out. You're fully committed or you're not committed at all. There's no half-assery, pardon the expression. So what does it mean to be all in when it comes to following Christ? I think what happens is when it can become confusing is we think that Jesus, our following of Jesus as men, is somehow an add-on to our life. It's like the world tells us, who's an enemy, by the way, the world tells us that to be a complete human, to be a complete man, a whole man, that we need to have relational components. It's like having balance, relational components, professional components, physical components. I kind of need to work out, have activities, and you got to have a spiritual component. And it's not that that's not true, but it's a distortion of the truth. See, Christ basically says that he is the center of our universe. He is the center of our intentions, our desires, that he is what we identify as. I'll give you, for instance, if you look in the Old Testament, the Jewish people, the Hebrews, actually identified themselves as followers or chosen people of the one true God. And that's how they're known. That's how they're known to those around them, is that according to their God. See, the other tribes and communities of people and whatnot had their own gods, multiple gods most of the time. And they were like little idols, and they were really kind of bound to their geographical location. That's kind of how people saw it, is there were certain gods that were over certain areas and attached to a certain land. Well, the Jewish people, they had a God attached to them. It was their God. That's how they were identified. So they had to be all in for following after him, or otherwise they were not a part of his people. And that's where circumcision kind of comes in. It's like, that's a pretty much all in commitment, because you're basically saying that from this instrument on the human body, we're going to produce more children. And we give this to the Lord first and foremost, because any children that are produced from this are first to be identified with him. And all the male children are given to the Lord by having circumcision done to them. So much so that the Jewish people came so wrapped up in being circumcised versus uncircumcised, to where eventually we find out in Christ that circumcision is of the heart more than it is of the physical male member. And so they're known for that. And so we have to be circumcised in our heart, meaning that our heart, our intentions, our desires, our wants, our diswants, or however you want to say that, are the things that we don't want, must reflect a circumcision of the heart. Because Christ owns us. We are actually his slaves. And here's the concept, or here's the truth, is that it's better to be Christ's slave than a free man apart from Christ. That's the beauty of the whole entire thing. And so we're to be known by our master whom we follow. That's the key to the Christian life. That's the key to this whole entire thing. So as you can see, you're either all in with Christ or all out. Either he is your master and your Lord, or he isn't. And you know that he's your master or your Lord, or if you follow after him, if you pursue the things that he wants you to pursue, not the things you really want. But here's the beauty of the whole thing. Eventually what you want is what he wants. And that's the mystery of the whole great thing, that he puts his spirit inside of us, and our desires become his desires. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. But if you think about it, if you're delighting in the Lord, he becomes the desire of your heart. Psalm 37:4. All right, as always, you guys, you are warriors designed for God's glory. Walk in that and go all in. All right, if you like the content, like, subscribe, click the like button, share it, yada, yada, yada. All right, God be with you. Stand and fight. Peace.